Thank you all for waiting. The very first round of the tournament for the throne, the exhibition of the brave, is about to begin. Our monarchs-to-be will now present to the people the heads they seized to demonstrate their power as worthy of the throne. At a later date, when the second round is announced, the faces on the King's Rock, that is to say, the candidates with the top 20 approval ratings, will pass the first round.
20? 'Tis a great many eliminations in but one round.
I was hoping we'd at least make it through the first. But
I mean,
it might not be that simple.
we're 64th already.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, your eyes to the lineup of all the gorgeous faces at the judges' table, starting with His and Her Highnesses of Oceania and Montario.
Oh, it's her ladyship.
Lord Montario's here too, eh? And the armor on that fellow over there? A general, is he?
And of course, we have the one, the only, the people's favorite, our guest from the Sanctus Church. Better known as the Miracle Saint, healer of all ills, presenting the lovely Lady Rella Cygnus.
Saint? Who's this? Someone fill me in. I've been literally living in a hole.
A brilliant healer. We've met, though a long time ago. Even as a student, she was already considered the kingdom's best in her field.
Looks like the crowd's on your side, milady. Can you give us a few words about what's on your mind as you take on the judge's mantle?
Well, I'm afraid you've rather got me on the spot. Hello, all. This city sure has, great seafood. And, well, sea creatures. Fascinating, aren't they? There's so much we still don't know about them. Oh, I did hear about a legend of some monster in the eastern seas of Oceania. Imagine, the mind races. I'm hoping I can investigate those sightings while I'm here.
That's just great, Lady Rella. I'll just stop you there, clock's ticking and all that. But we're thrilled you're enjoying your stay.
Sometimes I can hardly believe you're my sister. Still not much of a public speaker, are you?
So she's a saint?
Well, she seems like a nice enough lady.
We'd better stop worrying about her and focus on ourselves. I don't see Luis anywhere, but I bet he's got eyes in the crowd.
Now, the time has come. Let the exhibition of the brave begin! First up is a respected gentleman of the church. Guido, the head of the monk soldiers of the Crown Theocracy.
That's a big fish.
I've no taste for needless killing.
Uh-huh.
Therefore, I chose a mark with meat, abundant and edible. After the judging, it will be served in a banquet for the poor.
A stand-up fellow, my good people. Strength and compassion in one package. He's got the crowd on his side right from the start. Now, is there anyone who can top this?
I can.
And we have a challenger. Second in line is the church's direct opposition, the spearhead of Count Luis's supporters, Gladel the Black Hound!
One look at the head and I know what you're thinking. Bit small, isn't it? Well, I can bloody well tell you I'm not like this smarmy git who fished up his dinner. I'll tell you what this is. Behold, the head of a hideous human!
It's still a bit small.
Where's your proof?
Yes, the young sod's right. How do we know that's really a human?
What drivel! Look at the thing! You think a normal beast could have a face like this?
Probably just made the damn thing yourself.
Oh, useless as ever. Did it never occur to him that the average citizen has never seen a human?
Now, everyone, let's have a little composure, please. Candidate Gladell, we're very much obliged. You may step down. Now, on to the next.
Oh, dang.
The size of that thing. Is that the monster of the Eastern Sea? Someone took the beastie down. Who did the deed?
I'd heard tell of a monster tormenting the people of this beautiful port city. I could do no less than grant them respite from their suffering. Such is the duty of those with power.
Who expected anything less? His Eminence Forden is simply in another class. Suddenly the critics have all gone quiet. All I hear is gratitude.
Forden's trophy is more impressive than I expected. How are we going to make a stronger impression than that?
It's fine.
He'll be fine. If he'd gone after us, the reaction would mean we'd have been written off no matter what we presented. Let's count ourselves lucky and trust in our strategy.
Now, no dirty looks, you lot. Next is the Pagan Assassin's Prize. Let's see what head we've got now. Thank you, Candidate Julian, for that helpful, exhaustive, and I think exhausting explanation. Now, we've had quite a succession up here, but our last is coming up now. This should wrap up our show. Now, if the last candidate,
Win.
the Elden Boy, would please join us on the stage.
Where's their head?
Your pardon, madam, but would you happen to be the Lady of Martira? Joanna the Sanctoress?
Indeed. The head they've brought is mine.
The impudence. You dare offer an honored lady of the church before these judges? This is not to be borne.
I've got something to say to you too. That you chief there. Isn't that Heismay? The same damn criminal you were supposed to be chasing?
That's the infamous Heismay. The huge chief of all things.
This. After we saved your hide on the road.
To be fair, you did start calling his stuff shit, so, you know.
Silence! He may be a former knight, but now he's a heinous criminal who stooped to kidnapping. Anyone who claims themselves his ally should be disqualified on the spot.
Please, wait. I have something I must confess to you all. You speak of the kidnappings that terrorized my home, Martira. I am here to confess that the true culprit behind those atrocities was me. I was the caretaker of a hideous human in the basement of my castle. And to feed it, I abducted the innocent people of my own city.
What? Absurd. Speak sense, woman.
Master Heismay is innocent in all this. He was framed for crimes performed by my hand and in my name.
And I, Barden, Captain of Martira's Guard Corps, stand to vouch for all that she said.
Just so. It was this young candidate who killed that human, cleared me of the false charges, and dispelled the shadow over Martira.
Thus, here I stand. My head is his to offer.
Well, that's quite a turn of events. We have our head, ladies and gentlemen, and it's unlike any we've seen yet.
How is this believable? She's an imposter. She's got to be.
Of course. That, or they're putting words in the poor woman's mouth. A sanctoress would never.
What will His Eminence Falcon do?
The Honorable Master Godot should know whether I and my words can be trusted.
'Tis true to the last word, isn't it?
Yes, Your Eminence. Without question.
Young candidate, you have done well to bring about her repentance. Now, justice must be rendered.
What? Right here and now? Your Eminence, a moment!
Thank you for your concern. But I have no objections. For a sinner like me, to confess the truth to the people has already been more than I deserve. O new king, it is my hope that you will rid the world of its twisted prejudices and common cruelties. Please, lead this country armed with the truth.
I will, I promise.
I will. I promise.
Well, folks, sometimes that's just how the curtain falls. If Sanctifex Forden turned in the biggest head, then our dark horse here has certainly turned in the heaviest. What an upset, ladies and gents! Who could see this coming?
Those crazy kids have done it again.
What a show!
Hey, top 50! Let's go! After the events of the expedition, many people seem to have taken notice of me. I hope this will eventually lead to saving the prince.
Barden just departed, wishing everyone well. I suppose he aims to reach Martira before Joanna's confession does.
And Forden himself. I hardly expected the man to make himself so visible.
Likely his attempt at redirection. Keeps the blame from falling on him and the church. Can't say it didn't work, I suppose. I'm certainly not blameless in this either. It was my suggestion to make an impression by foregoing the pursuit of a monster's head in favor of a person's.
I mean, once again, she kidnapped children and fed them to a monster.
I guess, but...
Nevertheless, the Lady Joanna entrusted her final wishes to us, and we mustn't betray them. It's all we can do, really.
Not bad, pups.
Oh!
We were passing on the course of a human hunt. You gave a most distinctive showing.
I suppose you're worth introducing ourselves to. I'm Fidelio, that's Basilio. Luis's right-hand men, see?
And now you walk with a Ujif at your side. Each ally of a different tribe. Fascinating.
We'll say though that he is on the left side, so obviously one of them's the right hand and the other one's the left hand, but semantics.
Better to have dependable friends than familiar ones. Something we've got in common.
Not only did you expose a failing of the Sanctus Church, but you dared to bring her alive so Forden himself could do the grisly part before all his flock.
That was not our intent.
Oh, same idea, yeah? A real person's head gets more eyes on you than some decapitated beast. And now, you're the names on everyone's lips, aren't you?
Right.
No. We only read it wrong.
And you weren't afraid to make an enemy of the Church to do it. It's quite a feat for a no-name candidate to so deftly rub Forden's face in the dirt. A wake-up call, I'm sure, for those who only know his honeyed words.
Oh, Lord Luis, we really should be going.
Relax. They're in the middle of a conversation.
I like a show of strength as much as the next girl, but I do so hate violent spectacles. A view from the sky sounds so much more enchanting, don't you think?
So this is what's become of Luis. There was something eerie to him even as a lad, but I'd never expected him to reach such heights.
Do you suppose we have his attention?
Well, he talked to us.
Last time, he told us we had to demonstrate our power first. I'd like to think that if he went out of his way to talk to us, that's something we earned.
Yeah.
Oh, loves. I've got a message from Count Luis. He says he'll be sending a messenger along soon, so stay in the city, would you? And I have to say, I might not want to let you out of my sight either.
Bye.
Master Luis? Master Luis was just here. What happened?
Well, he just left. You weren't told?
We'd better be getting back as well.
Damn it. What's so special about those fools?
Maybe it's that we have, like, full hand gloves. Just a guess.
Luis is having a go for Popeye, eh? Are you officially all flunkies in arms now, then?
It's not a done deal. It might be a trap, but...
It might be a trap.
Don't get cold feet now. We knew going in that any plan to win his favor would be dangerous.
I'm just stating what, you know, it could be.
We have finally taken the first step in saving His Highness the Prince. If we can get the formula, then we yet have a chance of lifting the curse.
How fares His Highness anyway? He still fights?
I took a look in the Farsight mirror a while ago. He's still asleep. But nothing's changed about his condition.
And do we know where this formula is?
No, but he's bound to keep it somewhere secret if it's evidence linking him to the assassination. Still, a formula would be useless unless it's within arm's reach for emergencies.
If it's something he'd keep close, then...
It's engraved on his body. It's in his gauntlet runner.
Wouldn't that be inside his gauntlet runner?
It's as good a chance as any. Getting inside would be a pain for anyone else, including us.
He said he would send a messenger. Perhaps it would be wise to wait until we've heard his missive.
Good point. Let's just wait for word then.
Late night. Oh.
Joanna. A backwater sanctuarist denies me my moment of triumph. She defiles the very church itself. Oh, and naturally it was an elder of all people who stood her before me. Will that benighted tribe never stop dogging my heels?
An idea occurs, Your Eminence. For the tournament's next challenge, let us center the competition on a show of piety. Make them prove their Sanctus faith. After all, Sanctism is the state religion. It would be the barest of leaps to suggest that loyalty to the Church is loyalty to the state.
I assume you have a plan?
Altaberry's our next destination. The very seat of the faith outside the capital. I thought we might propose another hunt. This time for relics.
Ah, the so-called divine relics. Those false idols the pagans consider relics of their gods.
What need does the world have for gods beyond ours? Soon, they will talk of nothing but how to win the Sanctus Church's favor. Your Eminence's influence would be sure to reach even greater heights.
And in the pagan lands, the greedier candidates will plunder and pillage for idols as they see fit. Fine footholds for our missionaries, all without getting our hands dirty. The collection of divine relics should be a spectacle held on Saint's Day. Our divine right will be undeniable. Once I take the throne, I will re-establish that these relics originally belonged to the Sanctus Church, and that they were ransacked from us in the course of history.
Your Eminence, on that day, I should be grateful to be honored with a proper title.
Say no more. A concession only fair for the right hand of the Sanctifex.
Ever at your service. You do not bow your head.
Oh, humblest apologies.
What troubles you, my child?
Well, my concern would be about the risks involved. Some theories suggest even the royal scepter was originally one of these relics. In the unlikely event that a divine relic were to be found to nullify the king's magic...
If such a relic existed, it would have been found long ago. You burden yourself with such fears. All you need to do is be a good saint. Smile, wave, and bless.
Rella, you are to return to the royal capital and gather the people under my banner.
Understood.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Hello? A word. Some odd blighter left a letter for you last night. Said he was Louis's man. Night Prowler, today, come. Bit curt if I'm honest, hardly diplomatic. Seems like this Night Prowler place is some sort of pub or club. But do you know where it is?
On the city's outskirts. Seemed fairly dingy to my eyes. I can't imagine Louis at a haunt like that.
But isn't that the point?
You think it's a trap? Maybe he's caught on to us?
If he wanted to trap us, I doubt he would make it so obvious. Though that doesn't guarantee our safety there, of course.
We have little other option but to show up.
I'll hang about in the runner. Keep myself busy with tinkering. Let me know if you talk yourself onto Louis's craft, eh?
Right then. Let's be off to this Night Prowler.
Nod. Oh, it's a stormy day. The Night Prowler, huh?
Let's hurry.
Place should be at the edge of town, I've heard. Paimon should know how to get there. Do a quick save. As you do. As one does.
Well met, eh?
So performance at the expedition? Blimey, there's something else. Town folk just can't see blabbing on about being a Sanctoris as you mark. But Paimon and Yugi for the crimes sure is nasty. Not so unusual though, probably.
Wonderful.
Hey, heard about the songstress Joanna sing? Have you heard the songstress Joanna sing before? People love to talk about her looks, but they're missing the real appeal. Just listen to her, you'll understand. She sings, and it's like charging into battle. Can't imagine what kind of life led her to sing the way she does. Nothing you and I can imagine, no sir.
Lovely.
Just wondering if any of the other candidates are about.
No.
Cool and refreshing. I wonder if they're using ocean water. Want to taste it and see? Not allowed, apparently. We can go this way, but apparently there's a boat this way as well.
Rain, you're not flat.
Dear me!
Stop!
You're the one for the expedition, aren't you? Good work in covering that scandal. Boy candidate exposes church's dark side. The headlines write themselves, which is actually a huge problem. Do you have any idea how busy I've been trying to cover this incident? Oh, there it is.
Hey.
Yeah, that's the place over there. Who? Why do you think it's for? Do like how you could see some of the other areas. So yeah, nope.
All right then.
Aggressive.
I'll handle it.
So you're the lot those brothers were talking about? I know the story. I'll take you there right quick. The brothers. Ooh. Ah.
Well, look who it is. Appreciate you coming out.
So it was you two.
You expected us to roll out the red carpet right into our headquarters. Consider this a pre-show. Still, you really are just a kid, aren't you?
And you're one to talk?
I wouldn't go having a laugh at me big brother's expense. That's when I get to step in. Make some points for my own life.
You are brothers. And he is the elder?
And here I thought the Magnus brothers' name was making the rounds. Shame that. It's fine. First offense and all won't kill you yet. Besides, Lord Luis has taken quite a shine to you lot. Before we let you see him, I have a question. I want you to think long and hard before you answer, right?
Okay. Wait, was that the question? We're getting similar looks from the whole pub.
What kind of king are you selling yourself to be exactly? Go on, let's have the pitch.
Oh. It's between these two, really. I'm gonna go with this one.
I'd treat all tribes equally.
Just like Lord Luis.
All right, a bit much. Ease off. You know there's a big difference between meritocracy and equality. You're not doing yourself any favors here, are you?
Let's drop the pretenses, shall we? We were all about impressing Luis, and we've done that. You're all about results, aren't you?
You'll answer the question from me too. Why do you want to serve Master Luis? No lies now.
I don't like Valden or his church.
I don't like Forden or his church.
Forden.
Too right. They have no idea what justice is. Ah, but you had a sanctoress publicly executed so you could get ahead. Not in a position to moralize, are you?
We don't expect everyone to take our side. We're just here to right wrongs, that's all.
Huh. Whatever. You got some brass tea, I'll give you that much. Already got more accomplished than Agdaladel ever did. You seem like the types to make yourselves useful.
Not many get Ardel's blessing. It's worth celebrating that. For now, you're in.
Someone like you should already know what it's like. The minority tribes face walls and barriers everywhere they look in society. Our greatest hope rides with Master Luis. We'll do whatever it takes to make him king, and starting today, so will you. Come on then. Master Luis is waiting for you inside his gauntlet runner, the Caradrius.
And no funny business up there, yeah? Nothing gets past the king's magic, and Lord Luis is one of the top candidates.
And we've noticed.
We've captured some, what, 10 odd assassins now? Lord Luis uses them for magic experiments, and, well, you know how that ends.
We finally have access to Luis's headquarters.
It's a valuable opportunity. Ideally, while most of our group is meeting with Luis, someone else can do a quick search inside.
Wait, me?
There's no one more suitable. Anyone else, and he'd question their absence.
You're putting a solo infiltration on my tiny shoulders? But fine, I'll do it.
Once we're in the Skyrunner, we'll assess the situation, then deal with our own tasks.
Our own tasks?
Where?
So the sunset time flies by so fast.
So?
Station in the warship harbor. Let's take a ferry and get over to it.
Hello there.
Still a place to visit after a piss up, but right. Mind yourself and climb aboard.
Incredible.
Wow. It didn't hit me until we got right up close, but this one is really huge.
Hey!
Oi, over here. Keep your heads out of the clouds, will you?
Sam!
You bumpkins can fall over the ship all you want later. Won't be flying for a good while anyways. What, with the survey and all? Survey, what's that? Bass. How about you don't go telling them everything they don't need to know? We aren't officially friends yet. Now follow me. I'll give you the grand tour. Oh, and a friendly warning. Be on your best behavior. You try anything clever, you're dead on the spot. Make a rude comment to Lord Luis, dead on the spot. Got it? I'll try about making threats. We'll stay on his good side, okay?
Seriously.
Let's not test his patience, eh? Lord Luis is in the reception room, and you don't want to keep him waiting.
We're off.
I'm gonna make a say. I'm low-key worried that I'm gonna say something dumb.
Check this out.
The entrance to the runner.
At last.
Well, seize the first foothold of infiltration. Soon enough, Luis will be within our grasp.
If I may.
Comes through here an awful lot. You know, don't you? One of Luis's faction candidates. Sometimes he's got his beast of a dog with him too. It's hard to see a man with a temper like his with a pet. But when you know, he's sweet on that dog. Sometimes at the bottom, somewhere in the bottom of his black heart, he thinks that dog's cute or something. Strangest thing I ever did see.
Indeed.
This runner bears more in common with a castle than a carriage. I can hardly imagine what the interior must be like. I can't help feel we're getting ready for another dungeon.
Understood.
It's impossible to discern how much trust the brothers will afford us. Keeping our guard up around them will be crucial.
What now? Got it.
And here we are, go on.
I'm leaving.
Don't wander off. Until you get used to it, this place can be a real maze. Like a dungeon, one would say. Why?
Oh, yeah?
Why are we sneaking like this? Wow, there's so many soldiers here. I suppose we should have expected as much from Lewis's stronghold. I feel like we're always being watched.
Well.
Like an Aldo recruit is always going to stand out, but we're on the same side as all of them for now, so stand tall.
And yet...
Stand tall, you say.
Oi! What you need?
You're the new guy? Hold on a minute. You're an elder. Well, ain't that rare sight. Just do your level best, alright? I ain't shy about casting off those who aren't strong enough here to keep up, so be sure to pull your weight.
Hello there.
If you hear about what happened in the expedition, some other kid showed up for them, they say. Apparently Luis loved it. Kids going places, I can tell you.
Look at that.
Damn. Is it true? Did Gobel really show up on the expedition with a head of a human in hand? The head was so small, it hardly anyone noticed. Makes you wonder what the hell the point was.
That reminds me.
Oh, you're the elder candidate that we've been hearing about. Apparently Lady Joanna likes you too. She's taking her claim on some kid, even though she's already with Lord Luis. Damn. Lord Joanna's got stamina to spare.
Hey!
It's you, I saw the expedition. Put on quite the show, huh? I really gave the Sanctus what for? And you're one of us now, aren't you? Well, cheers to a new friend.
Got it.
Reception room is on the top floor. This lift will get you there. Thank you.
What in the...
What was that? Happens to everyone. Some sort of magic control locking mechanism?
Yeah?
Keeps a suspicious element out. You know? Like the bastards pretended to be grunts when they're actually assassins.
I see.
Seems like a secure system. I assume you need a key to get around.
Yeah.
Yep, they're different keys for different areas. Only a select few ranking soldiers have them. You want to walk freely around the runner, then you're going to have to move up in the rankings a bit first.
Evidently.
Keys are only given to ranked soldiers, is it? Navigating this place may prove difficult without those in our possession. We'll need to acquire them then. Already trading treacherous whispers among yourselves, eh? Quit the gossip and get in already. Our group aren't really good at stealth missions. I'm surprised they're not dead already. At least they're not Phantom Thieves level of, hey, we're the Phantom Thieves and we're bored today. Right in the middle of the street. It's much bigger than I thought. I almost forgot we're inside a gauntlet runner. Quit looking around so much. Now what do we have got here? We're letting schoolboys in the ranks now. These kids are new recruits. So that's all it took. A little show at the expedition. Used to be you'd have to prove yourself before you could stand with the court's man.
No.
You got Lord Luis's approval. If that's not enough for you, I'd keep it to yourself before someone knocks you off that pedestal.
What's the meaning of this?
What's that? What? These pissants against me? Please. I'm a bloody sergeant. We could settle this right here, right now. They'll be wiping you off the walls.
Don't even try it.
Leave it out. Xanth, get your ass back to your post. That's an order.
Understood?
Just get this through your tiny heads. Power is everything around here. I give you 3 days at most till you run home. Tails between your legs.
Seriously.
Just gonna stand there? Or are you gonna move? Come on. I'm interested how this is all gonna play out. This would be Lord Luis's quarters. Just a reception room, lass. He'll be down to show a pack of strangers straight to his private quarters, wouldn't he?
Alright.
So we're inside, enter.
Hey.
Guess that's my cue. I'll try looking around for this formula. Be careful, lots of sharp eyes around. I'll try, you stay safe too. See you soon, I hope. She could have moved a bit faster, but semantics.
A beautiful city, Brialhaven. But it is its identity I truly respect. Oceana's navy might well have won them the Annex War, if your Cronia hadn't chosen to forgo their honor and launch an opportunist attack in the wake of a storm. Even now, united in the kingdom, their pride in their power is what keeps this city alive. You wish to join my ranks. I need ask little else. Instead, I would hear what you wish to know most. Ask and I will answer. That is why I've bid you come here.
Here we go.
He's testing us. What should I ask for?
So, are you and Juna an item?
I couldn't help myself.
All this way, and that is what you ask of me.
You watch your damn mouth with Count Luis.
She stood before me, my guard's spear points at her throat, and declared that if I did not care for her voice, I was free to kill her. And so she sang.
That she would be so reckless.
Surely you've heard her yourselves. Her voice is remarkable, yes, but it is her boldness that intrigues me. Needless to say, she stands at my side. It is clear no small conviction drives you. Perhaps keeping you close will prove useful. You, Assembled company, I hereby permit you to enter my service.
We are much obliged.
Oh. Thanks.
This is a heart of magic silver. Cut your finger and let the blood fall.
Uh-oh.
A proper rite of loyalty. Shows how all our blood flows through the same heart.
Watch yourselves, though. If your own heart's not true to our cause, well, it's not just a drop you lose. It might take off a whole limb.
You hesitate. Fear and anxiety. They always lead the people astray. But power and order trumps all. That is the crux of my rule.
Seems I have no choice. Take your glove off first.
Good. It would appear we've passed.
Ha! Look at you, like knock-kneed lambs. Just having a bit of fun with you, eh? You think I'd go to all that effort?
On August 13th, I intend to hold a soiree in this city. It seems a fine opportunity for you to make your debut in my retinue.
Very exclusive, see? Only for those good enough to be part of our campaign. You should feel honored.
As my gauntlet runner requires some maintenance, the party shall be held at the feast hall where I'm staying. In the meantime, do as you will.
Thank you. I wonder how Gallica's search is going.
Only this area feels any different from the rest. I need a key to get in, though. It'd be nice if I could see what's going on in here, too.
Is that boy candidate here already?
Meeting with Count Luis as we speak, I think. Didn't think he'd end up on our side.
I expect we'll run into each other on the job, eh? That said, let's get back to our rounds.
Yikes! They're coming this way! I have to hide!
Up. People don't look up enough. It's a fact. I can guarantee you most people just looked up then because it said it, but still.
Never thought it'd lead to a place like this. This area just screams suspicious with all the guards. The formula's gotta be somewhere around here. Is someone coming?
Figures they'd show up now.
Isn't that the songstress? What is she doing here?
Lady Juna, is something amiss?
I do recall saying I didn't need a personal guard today.
Yes, but this is Luis's personal quarters, and we thought in case you needed...
Well, I don't. You can do your guarding downstairs for today. Do you understand? And, well, I mean, do you really want to be guarding this door when Count Luis returns? Oh, the things you would hear. How awkward for us both.
You mean...
Idiot, don't make the lady repeat herself. Apologies, my lady. We'll make ourselves scarce.
Close one. Opportunities like this are so few and far between. I've got to get this back in place. Oh, wonderful. How were these arranged again?
A magic spell? Is that the formula? Just my luck. I can't carry out something that big. And now I know where it is.
We need to invent a tiny camera.
Jolly good! You've got the man's eyes on you. Now that you've sworn fealty, we can get right down in the guts of his Skyrunner.
I love that that's what he cares
I
about.
worry for Gallica. Perhaps we ask too much of her. I hope she's all right.
Ah, it seems you worried for naught.
I'm back!
Phew. You're clearly bursting with good news, too.
I know, right? I found where the formula is! I'm pretty sure I saw the real thing. Even if it wasn't, I'd bet the real one's somewhere in that room.
Masterfully done. We could have asked no better an infiltrator.
That songstress Juno was there too. I'm pretty sure it was Luis's private quarters. So I have to wonder what she was doing there.
Whatever the case, I assume you could lead the way to the room?
Well, yes, but it might be a bit tricky. To get to Luis's quarters, we'd need to go through the crew quarters, then through the starboard corridor, or the port corridor. You need a key to get into each of the divisions. Whoever's in charge at each guard post has one. Luis's private quarters have a special key too. That one's held by the representative on the bridge.
In short, we'll need to pass through 3 blocks. The crew quarters, either the starboard or port corridor, and the bridge.
It looked like he's usually got his quarters under guard. So we'll want to pick a time of day when there'll be less people around.
If we need it less crowded, then how about the night of the soiree? Surely it would be a skeleton crew.
Apparently the soiree will be held in a luxury inn that caters exclusively to the upper class. The soldier's man and his runner are bound to have duties in town that day.
He would have us debut as his supporters on that night. How would we get away with not being present?
Maybe if we just excuse ourselves for a short time? We've got plenty of time to prepare. Securing an infiltration route, finding out when it will be less crowded, this is all work we can get done in advance. On the night of, Gallica and one other will slip out, swipe the formula, then return by the shortest route possible.
Have anyone in mind? My hearing makes stealth jobs simple work.
Hisme is the best Oh god. Hisme is a good candidate, but so is flipping Nyrus because of gunner knowledge.
No. I think he'd be our best bet.
You would have the guest of honor himself absent?
This is Luis we're talking about. He's bound to notice any absence. If we've lost on that front already, we might as well send our strongest.
What do you think?
Gwyn.
It would be risky as a mere solo infiltration. Are you up to the task?
I mean, yeah. You'll be in more danger than I.
You'll be the ones in the most danger, won't you?
I can hardly deny it. You're right. And I'm well aware of the fact.
Seriously. We're jumping from tightrope to tightrope here. We'll have to prep our infiltration strategy tomorrow. For now, let's get back to the inn and get some rest.
That reminds me.
Do you remember the man we met in Lewis's Gauntlet Runner? He seemed very proud of his strength.
Yes.
He seemed rather full of himself. Sergeant Zanith, was it? He got told to go back to his post, which makes me wonder. He might be in charge of one of the runner's sectors.
I see.
It'd be unfortunate that would be unfortunate. I could tell his strength was formidable even to be near him. I doubt he would simply let us pass. In any case, we should probably rest for today. We can talk in more detail in the morning.
What now?
Did they say the 19th?
Got it?
The success of our infiltration depends entirely on our preparations after tomorrow. Don't worry, as long as we work together, we'll find the solution. Songstress has been in Lewis's private chambers. Not that I would judge her, I suppose. At any rate, the operation begins tomorrow. Rest well tonight.
May I speak?
The day of the Prince's awakening may be nearer than we realize. We've got to make our preparations before that soiree.
Look at that.
Good night.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Now then.
Now, starting today, we need to work on an infiltration route to Lewis's private quarters. The issue is those in charge of each area, the ones holding the keys, should seem to make a formidable lineup. What shall we do? Maybe the simplest option is the best one. Get them alone, beat their key from them, then push forward.
Even so,
if we mean to attack, a short divisive encounter is in order of the day. If they call reinforcements, we may not fare so well.
Yes.
Louis' subordinates have attained their rank through martial prowess. If we wound their pride, negotiation may still be on the table. This is a new challenge.
I'm a little worried.
Unlike any we faced so far.
Yeah.
New searching calls for new tactics. We ought to build up our strength by hunting bounties and the like, or we may end up over our heads. Unlike previous operations, time is of the essence when infiltrating. You need to keep your battle short, defeating officers within a certain number of turns. All the officers are quite strong, and each will require you to be tactical. Gather information about them in town and utilize requests to strengthen your abilities to give yourself a fighting chance.
Then
Maybe we could dig up some dirt through the informant. Who knows, they might have a weakness we could exploit. Well then, before we secure our route to the quarters, sounds like we have to do some digging before the day of the survey.
Let's focus.
20 days, yeah. Oh, it's the 9th, not 19th. Still. Infiltration room must be secured, so Luis's room could be accessed on the day of the survey. To steal the curse formula, the princess' curse could be lifted. Instead of can. A mission with a deadline has begun. Be cautious of storms and inclement weather conditions may occur around Briarhaven. Meeting hours in the warship to infiltrate Louis' Gauntlet Rudder. The interior of Louis' Gauntlet Rudder is divided into 4 areas. Crew quarters, starboard corridor, port corridor, and bridge. You need to obtain a special key from the person in charge of the bridge in the deepest part of the ship. Don't forget, you need to gain access to Louis' quarters by the day of the survey.
Let's head there.
Boy there.
And now we'll be getting requests and stuff. Wow, okay, there's a few quests popping up already. And I wonder... Oh, there's a bound thing.
Where to?
Oh, Maria. So if I have a look at the followers, I do need to do his so we can get the command, the general. I need to find this guy. We need to save. Oh, jeez.